Vitality, tonics, macros. Do these sound familiar? If you, like most people, have no idea what these are, you'll find out on today's show. So there's a combination of two herbs that has been shown to promote vitality. But what exactly is that? You're about to find out. All right, Dr. Crystal, how do you define vitality?
How someone feels, how alive and energetic the person feels themselves to be. It's really a state of mind.
For sure.
And it's the opposite of fragility.
Like that. That's helpful,
yes,
right?
Although I tend to feel like fragility, there's probably more objective measurements.
Yeah. Well, and I don't think people go, I feel fragile, but I think it's just in how you can tell, like how they're moving, hard to get up out of a seat, that kind of stuff. But but vitality is the person, no matter what their age is, jumping up and getting going.
Yes.
And,
you know that person, and they walk in a room and you can just tell, even if they're older, you can just tell
there's something.
They look alive.
So now, and so, when you do lay out, like if we were going to try to put some physical words to vitality, there's a list here, right? We do. This is like strength, right off comes to the top of my head. Respiratory function, you're just doing well. You're breathing well.
You're breathing well. You know, you see some people and you're thinking,
I know,
they're struggling to get a breath. So yes, respiratory function.
Energy levels, metabolism in general is going to be higher when there's good vitality going on. Body composition most likely is going to be looking a little better, more normal weight. Cardiovascular function strong, and it is associated with eating a healthy diet.
That's right. And so this can affect your daily activity. So people who are full of vitality, they are able to move. They are able to exercise. They are able to do their own grocery shopping. They are able to get up out of a chair.
Yeah, and we in all of our other shows, we talk about that a lot.
Yes.
I know I've shared once that, one of my fears is being 80 and not being able to just do get out of it, and needing help.
And I'm not talking about these kinds of chairs because these are easy. It's getting off of a squishy sofa.
Yeah. Well,
like you're sitting in the middle of the sofa. You need to be able to kind of get up out of that chair.
Without making noise.
Well, I make noise now.
All right, so obviously vitality can be something that's accomplished, more exercise, healthy diet, all that kind of stuff. But there are two herbs that have been studied in the context of vitality, showing some pretty good benefit. We have Indian globe thistle and mango bark extract.
Yeah. Indian globe thistle, that's a traditional Ayurvedic herb known to support physical function, rejuvenation, and longevity. And then we have a randomized controlled trial using a combination of these two herbs with positive outcomes.
92 participants, male and female. They were given 650 milligrams of this combo versus a placebo. And they did participate in an exercise program, right? It was 3 times per week to just enhance muscle strength. So again, there's no magic bullets, there's no magic, but everything should be done in the context of healthy eating, daily exercise, right?
Yes.
So what did they find?
So there were improvements in leg extensions, that's where you're sitting in the seat and you have the weight kind of around your ankles and you're extending your legs up. So improvements in the quantity of reps, better sit to stand test results. So that's what we're talking about, that sitting to stand.
Yes.
Improved grip strength.
Yeah.
We've talked about that. That's a marker of longevity. And an increase in 6-minute walk test performance.
Yeah. Listen, again, a great combination. Yeah. It's safe. It seems to be, at least in this study, more research. We always encourage more research. Yeah. Right, but there's enough information here to say that maybe this is something if getting back to those days where you can kind of remember that I had some vitality back then,
Yes,
you think back a little bit, get that daily exercise, eat healthy. Maybe this combination could be helpful for you.
Yes.
Yeah. So what, any place we want to send them?
Oh, yes. So we have an article, and it is kind of more information on the ingredients that we're discussing. It's lifeextension.com/vitality.
And coming up next is our Smart Bites, Understanding Macros. Carbs, proteins, and fats. Do you know your macros? Well, you probably should. Stick around to learn why. Macronutrients, Dr. Crystal. That's the formal name of the macro.
I know, but the macros.
The macros.
It's trending everywhere. You're hearing everyone talking about, you're getting your macros with macros. And
Yeah, some of them are getting a little snooty with it too.
And I think
don't know
it's
your
time for us
macros?
to kind of break it down what that means.
Yeah, and so just real quick, it's your basic proteins, carbs, and fats. They're larger compared to the smaller nutrients called micronutrients, vitamins, minerals, like
Yeah, and really the name implies that you need more of that particular nutrient. The macros, carbs, proteins, fats, these are the nutrients that are providing calories, energy to the body versus the micros. You're not getting calories from your vitamins or your minerals. They do not deliver energy in that way.
The macros are why we like to eat. Right? I mean, come on, the protein.
I don't know. The minerals, they give food flavor too.
Come on now. All right, here's what we're gonna do. The easiest way to kind of look at this is to take some, those of us in the general population, and look at a pie chart of macros, and then we have more specific pie charts to look at based on maybe what you're trying to accomplish.
Some variations in that, and what the typical standard is by our authorities.
Well, let's look
guidance.
So the first one is it's the typical guideline one, right? It's a basic
given to us by the national academies.
Right. So you can see it right there, and you can see there's your carbs 45-65, fat 20-35, protein 10-35. Now you're the expert in nutrition and stuff like that. I got two questions.
Okay.
Overall, what do you think about this breakdown? And number two, the ranges are pretty wide here. Is there a reason for that?
Right. So yes, and the ranges, people don't like this sometimes because the range is so wide. My personal opinion, I love this. I love the fact that the majority, over half, and I kind of visualize the pie chart that you're looking at as a plate. Over half of that plate really should be carbohydrates. But we are trained to think of carbohydrates as French fries taking up over half of your plate, or mashed potatoes, or rice. And we usually make those kind of the center of attention, and they don't realize your whole grains.
That's a great point.
That's a carb.
Yeah.
Your plate should be complex carbohydrates. Your body needs those carbohydrates for fiber. It's not just starch.
It's vegetables too, right?
Fibers are a part of the carbohydrate equation. So I like to have 45 to 65% of fiber.
There you have it.
But you can play around with that.
Now, you may be trying something different. You may, based on how you work out, or maybe you're on a specific diet. Your macros will change, and you could see how much they do change. Going to the next one, which is it's for endurance athletes.
Yeah.
Now this is your marathon runners or big time runners, people on their bikes every day, miles after miles.
Yeah, these are people who not your strength training. These are people who are doing more
just pickleball
aerobic
here?
exercise.
This is what I do. Just pickleball.
That would be endurance. Yes, if you're out playing pickleball for an hour, for sure.
An hour? Jeez.
How long are you playing?
All right, let's look at this.
You're doing the basically the endurance is where you are kind of kicking out of burning
and look what,
carbs and burning into fat. So what I see here is the fat is a little bit on the higher side.
Oh, it's on the higher side,
right?
yeah.
Because we know that your main energy sources for activity, the body likes the carbs, the body likes the fat, the body likes to hold on to the protein and use that for more building and maintenance and structural support. So you kind of seeing on a little bit more of the fat, a little lower on the carbs when you're looking at endurance.
It makes sense. What about if you're not all into the endurance, but you're more into the strength training, the resistance training, that type of stuff? We have a pie chart for that as well. And now you can see what's going up here. Protein's a little higher, right?
Protein is a little higher, and you see the carbs are even lower.
A little bit lower.
Which is shocking to me because we know that the carbs, they turn into glycogen for your muscle, and the body does use that stored carbohydrate to perform its action. But a little bit lower there. The fat's about the same, but you are kind of going higher on the protein so that you can have more recovery.
Yeah. Now, what's big out there in the dietary or the diet world, right, losing weight world, is your low carb. That seems to be really very common.
We do have that one too, right?
We have what is considered a modified Atkins. Remember, Dr. Atkins, one of the first to propose all this stuff about ketosis and all that. And just notice here, way more fat and a lot less carbs at the end of the day.
So a lot less carbs. And listen, let's think about the original purpose of this diet. Do you remember? This was all about helping people to lose weight quickly to prepare them for a procedure.
Yes, a procedure. And then it was never meant to be a lifelong thing.
It was not.
Yeah,
it was a way to get you prepared for surgery, help you to lose weight quickly. And I think people are now taking this into just like their everyday life. And I don't know if I'm with that, Dr. Mike.
I'm not either. I think restricting things like this for a long period of time, we don't have enough data. We don't really know what that's going to do to you, but your body needs all of these macros. I mean, let's go to the last one. This is classic keto. Look at this.
Now keto, again, this is a specialized eating plan, originally researched for children with epilepsy. But again, you are losing weight with this because you're cutting down on those carbohydrates.
Let me look at that.
You're not getting the sugar.
It's hardly any carbs.
Now, but I do see people, there's emerging research with keto. So I am not anti-keto. I do know that people who they do the keto, they do it right. They are measuring their urine, making sure that they're staying in ketosis because it's not as easy.
It's not as easy
as you think, as it looks. But their brain, their cognitive function.
There's evidence that does help. Yes, there could be some benefit to it. I just think it's going to be so hard to. I mean, at some point you're going to want a donut. I mean, in my opinion. Anyways, these are your different pie charts for the different macros. So if you want to learn more, you can go check out our education page at lifeextension.com/education. When I say tonic, you might immediately think of gin and tonic. But stick around because there's a lot more to the story. A tonic, in the traditional sense, is an herbal-based beverage designed to help restore or maintain proper physiological function throughout the body. These formulations have been used for centuries to support vitality, promote balance, and enhance overall well-being. Tonics can be tailored to specific organ systems. There's liver tonics, there's tonics that may support digestive health. There's even adaptogenic blends aimed at managing stress and energy levels. Many modern versions combine ancient botanical wisdom with contemporary nutritional science. But a big question we get, are tonics safe? Generally speaking, yes, but it's important to choose wisely. Look for brands that emphasize quality and evidence-based formulation. The best companies apply pharmaceutical-grade standards, meaning they perform rigorous testing for purity, potency, and safety. Transparency matters too. Responsible makers will provide certificates of analysis on request to verify what's actually in the bottle. If you'd like to learn more, visit Life Extension's metabolic detox protocol at lifeextension.com/livertonic.
Thanks for watching. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the bell to get notified every time we post a new video. Real Wellness is brought to you by Life Extension. You can get $10 off $50 or more, plus free shipping at lifeextension.com. Use the discount code WELLNESS.
All right, let's take a look at this week's Wellness Win.
Hello everyone, my name is Robson Moura, and since I started taking SAMe, I've noticed such a difference in how I feel every day. My mood is lighter, I'm less stressed, and I just have more motivation to take care of myself. It really helped me feel more balanced and in control of my own well-being. Thank you.
That's Robson! We love Robson!
He's sitting right there.
Yeah, I thought that was fantastic. I know he's been talking about SAMe for a while.
He has been.
Yeah,
and so SAMe is a breakdown product of an amino acid, and it supports brain, mood, liver health, joint health.
A lot of stuff, actually.
I mean, whole body health. And so we're happy that you found it, Robson.
Yeah, and thanks for submitting that. We really appreciate it. That could be you. So submit your win to wellnesswin at lifeextension.com, and we'll see you next week on Real Wellness.